What's up guys, it's Maverick here, welcome back to the channel, and today we are actually watching the grand finale of Fugoukeiji, aka the Millionaire Detective. So, apparently this series only has 11 episodes, I only realized that right now, which I guess in retrospect is a good thing for me, because I'm actually out of town next week, so I wouldn't be able to do the episode on time anyways, so it actually all works out in the end. And I guess in terms of where we are at the story, it makes sense as well. We've got Haru and Daisuke basically bearing down and finding the hideout spot of Shigemaru. So it seems that we are down for one final confrontation here, and maybe we will finally get the explanation of what Shigemaru was doing when he basically turned loco, and what exactly motivated him to do all of this, right? Once again, I am going to be very disappointed if it's just for pure monetary reasons. Beyond that, though, I guess since this is the last episode, I'm expecting a few things. I'm expecting Haru to still stay with the Modern Crimes Division and not go back to the First Division. And I'm expecting Daisuke to still continue on in the police force, and maybe they'll form like a crime-fighting duo or something. And if they really want to go the cheesy route, maybe one last scene where they both chase off after a new case, or ride off into the sunset. In any case, let's get into the episode right now. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Let's see what final gadgets we are going to come up with in this episode. Or, how much money they're going to spend. Okay. Young Daisuke? Oh. Wait, who sent that to him? Oh wait, he wasn't in Japan during all this time? Huh. Okay. So he basically came back to Japan for the sole purpose of doing this, and he was actually overseas all this time. That's interesting. Going through some more backstory of his right now. Oh, one last opening. And just from that short scene earlier, seems that he's into boxing, I guess, or like at least training or something. So that's why he has a, he's not just some rich kid. He actually works out and stuff. So even without his high-tech suits and whatnot, he has some basic fighting abilities, I guess you could say. Dun. Alright, the final showdown. Chief researcher. Or downstairs. Ooh. Ooh. Nice. Damn. I highly doubt that they would just leave really sensitive materials lying around. Oh, a shuttle. Nuclear fusion? So yeah, it is some sort of fusion material. Confidential. Really? They just leave it lying around? Damn. If you want to say spend a lot of money, this is how you spend a lot of money. Building an underground transportation system to like the middle of nowhere? Oh no, wait, it's not the middle. Damn, how far does that tunnel go? Oh, it's actually here. No. It's the butler? A. I was expecting that actually. Guys recall a few episodes ago. Grandma's the one? I think what you want to do is actually ask her why she did this. Ah, here we go. He didn't do it, so yeah. Damn. For the sake of the Kanbei family. Alright. So, he was set up. Okay. And then... Damn. All that glitters is not gold. Nice little reference there. So now is her explanation as to what is actually going to happen. Oh, she's trying to make public. Mm. I mean, we've had plutonium for like we've had nuclear technology for like 70 years now. Oh, are you actually going to just kill him? Yep, you just killed him. I do have to wonder though, are they actually making money out of Adolium? Did he just... he accidentally pressed it. Hmm. And he's like, ha 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 ha. Yeah. Come on, lady. We've had nuclear technology for 70 years now. The world hasn't ended yet. I think humanity will do just fine. Alright, call an ambulance, girl. See? Honestly, I really don't think this guy is cut out to be in the first division. Riding off into the sunset scene? Oh, I guess kind of similar. At least they're watching a sunset. No, he wasn't killed. What? Yep. Continue on being a police officer. Or is it gonna exceed our expectations? Well, alright. Okay. It seems that there's still more after the ending though, so since this is the last episode, let's just have this play it out. So since he still has the no, I mean he's already accepted the badge back, right? So I'm assuming what's gonna happen next is they're gonna show like how they formed this unstoppable crime fighting duo here, right? I was certainly I think a few episodes ago I was expecting the butler to be part of all this. But I wasn't expecting I don't think I expected grandma to be part of this though. Okay, I guess all is well in the end. You can just live overseas. Huh? He's just... He's getting... Oh my god. You got 3 of a kind aces. um, that's funny. Apprentice? Oh, so this dude is actually... Oh my god. Okay, and this dude's honored Chosun. Right. On the other side of the world? Really? Oh. His home and overseas. Oh my god. Wait, but didn't he say it was in the Bronx? Which is the US, right? Oh, OMFG. So that's from the UK all the way to the US? Seriously, dude? Seriously? Alright, he's still got unlimited funds. Oh my god. He's using a suit now. Packets. Please, let him fall. Let him fall. I mean, okay, I guess I'm fine with either way. It'd be really funny on one hand, on the other hand, would show some growth. Ah, he's gonna. Is he like psych? Yeah! Love it! Oh, that made my day. Okay. That ending scene made my day. That was nice. And there we go, folks. That concludes Fugoukeiji, the Millionaire Detective. Great ending to this whole thing, and I gotta say, I'm pretty satisfied with this. Let's go through the entire episode, right, and see, you know, I made some predictions at the beginning of the episode. I think I hit most of them, so let's just go through it. One thing that I did not mention at all, and which I wasn't expecting them to touch on, was actually Daisuke's own, I guess you can't really say childhood, his, how can I say, his, adolescence, period, I guess you could say. So he was back in England at that time. I think on rewatch, looking at the flashback scenes, looking at the style of the architectures and whatnot, he was probably already in England at that time. And as we can see, a callback to that at the very end as well, where he had his own mansion and apparently the royal guards protecting him. So he was there, and he was not actually in Japan, and he only arrived back. I mean, I get it, right? In the first episode, we do see him touch down and land in Japan, but I wasn't expecting him to have spent nearly all his teen life outside of Japan. And the one trigger that actually sent him back here, the reason that he was able to get the glasses and get the AI was actually because of Suzue. So I guess in this sense, we should really give her a hand. She's the MVP of this entire show, because if she didn't do anything, if she didn't send those glasses back, we would not be having this, we would not be having all of this, right? And Daisuke would probably be living the rest of his life just, like a spoiled rich kid, doing whatever the hell he wants. So Suzue sent the details of this, including like who are the related police officers, who are the related officers or investigators working on a case, to Daisuke, and so that's why he came back and decided to transfer to the Modern Crimes Division in order to solve this particular case, right? So that's in the backstory side. So moving on, I mentioned that I don't believe they are doing this under the pretense of earning more money. They already have nearly unlimited funds. They don't really need to sell or hoard this themselves in order to generate money, right? And so the reasoning that that the grandma gave is basically for the protection of humanity. And to be honest, I actually truly believe that is what she believes. She is not just hoarding it because she feels that this is good for the family wealth or whatnot. I don't think Shigemaru was actually thinking that as well, that they were actually looking at this from a more benevolent perspective, if you will. Now, with that being said, though, I don't believe that was the right decision. Of course, arguments can be made that, hey, if you really have a virtuous character, or if you just put the power in the hands of a few and they don't abuse it, then yes, that would be an idealistic situation. That would be an idealistic outcome, right? And I can certainly see the point of view from their side. With that being said, however, there is this very age-old adage, which is absolute power corrupts absolutely. Like, sure, you say that in this generation, and perhaps even in Shigemaru's generation, and heck, maybe even in Daisuke's generation, maybe they are very benevolent, and they are doing their utmost to uphold the family values and to protect humanity or whatnot, and not allow Adolium to sort of spread out and become used for weaponry. I mean, to be fair, they would be the ones who understand that the most, being arms dealers themselves, right? And they actually did not traffic these and turn it into ornaments, right? So sure, I can buy all that, but what happens later on, right? What happens later on? Maybe potentially sometime later on down in the family, you get one black sheep of the family, right? What happens then? So this is not sustainable. And as I was saying at that scene as well, we've had nuclear technology for the past 70 years, and well, certainly some people would argue that, hey, the world has never been the same once the first atomic bomb blew up. The sort of all these sort of scares and frights and whatnot of the Cold War, the sort of MAD doctrine, mutually assured destruction, where both sides were really, in this case, all the different superpowers in the world, they have enough nuclear armament, nuclear power to kill the entire world several times over, right? And certainly a case could be made that this is indeed a very delicate and fine balance here. Still, we are here in 2020, and we're no nearing nuclear war than we have in the past. So I'd say, all things considered, humanity's doing just okay. I think we should be optimistic about that, and understanding that we can use technology for good here. So yeah, from my perspective, I absolutely think this was the right decision. Just release the material, release the research, allow humanity to benefit from them. Sure, there's going to be some negatives that come with it, as we can see at the end of the series, where they are fighting to keep Adolium out of unsavory hands, but still, I think the benefits far outweigh the any potential drawbacks here. So that was that, and I'm glad that in the end it wasn't any sort of monetary decision. And I think I predicted this also back in the mid of the series as well. I didn't really think Shigemaru was the one who murdered Daisuke's mom and orchestrated all this, right? So I'm glad that that also came to pass. I knew it wasn't going to be as straightforward as this. So, and hey, he actually survived in the end, right? So, I'm not quite sure if maybe he has a reduced mental functionality or something like that, or maybe in the end, Daisuke was just like, I haven't seen him in so long, I don't have any feelings for him, just let him live his life in peace, and so on and so forth, right? So, I guess I kind of wanted to see maybe they would at least have a sort of, maybe they would make eye contact and maybe not say much or anything, but at least acknowledge each other's presence. I feel like that would have been a nice sort of outcome as well, but this is the way that they decided to end, so okay, fine. So we got that, and then of course we got, and speaking of that, we do have the sunset scene I was mentioning at the beginning, right? They gotta go with all that cheesy goodness. It wasn't quite riding into the sunset, but it was a sunset scene, so I'ma count that, alright? I'ma count that. And then, of course, finally, we see the unstoppable duo forming this unstoppable crime-fighting unit that's now traveling across the world, actually. And we see a little bit of them in action. Now, to be fair, I don't... well, not to be fair. To be honest, I don't quite understand why they need to keep their police identity. Japanese police don't really have any jurisdiction over any other place other than in Japan. And they're not even, they are actually the metropolitan police. They only have jurisdiction in Tokyo, actually. So, well, you would think that they would try to, I don't know, maybe join Interpol or something like that, right? But that's just a minor thing there. So we do see that then they are fighting crime across the world, keeping Adolium out of bad hands, and so on, so forth, right? And of course, I gotta mention the ending there. Absolutely brilliant, and I am so glad that Daisuke did not pull Haru up at the very end there. He just gotta keep that cheekiness to him. I love it. I absolutely love it. That definitely got me the biggest joy out of the episode by far. Right? I absolutely loved it back in the first episode when he did it, when he did originally, and I love that callback at the very end here. That is too good. Way too good. Alright, and so let's talk a little bit about the series overall, right? So I do find this to be a pretty interesting series. I do like how, we have a mix of cool stuff, of funny stuff, and of serious story as well. Now, I do, of course, have some issues with some of the characters and some of the things that they do. I think some people, we're all coming from different perspectives, right? Some people consider Daisuke to be an asshole and all that. I personally consider Haru's problems to be, I don't really consider it a problem at all. And I think all the people in the first division really should give up their badge or transfer to another division because they're all incompetent officers. But at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. Some people have told me, hey, why be so serious at this? This is a comedy after all. And okay, fine. But I don't want to go back into all that. I think overall, though, I do like the way that it's going. Kind of James Bond mixed with some, Iron Man, mixed with some Batman, mixed with some actual police stuff, and so on and so forth, right? But overall, it's definitely fun. I missed one thing at the very end there. I feel like they missed an opportunity to give one final expense report, just as a throwback to all the series and everything that they've been doing so far. So, yeah, what was up with that? I was fully expecting them to actually have an expense report at the very end. So I guess that's the one thing that I tried to predict that did not come true here. Which is kind of a shame, but oh well. So overall, I do like this. I do like this series. I think it was a nice sort of reimagination of the original series. I mentioned this at the very beginning of the first episode. This is based on a novel, and it's actually changed a lot from the original novel and also the reimagined television drama series. So now we've got 3 different kinds of versions here, which I presume each has their own merits. I never actually read the novel or saw the television drama, but I read some synopsis of them both, and they're all 3 pretty different, except for having the Kanbei family and being rich as hell, right? That's basically the only unifying theme between these three different imaginations of this work. So I do like this take on it, and I still gotta say, Daisuke is definitely my favorite character from this particular series, with Suzue, of course, coming in second. But any case, I hope you guys enjoyed all this. If you guys are here just because of this series, you haven't seen my other works before, feel free to check them out. I do all my series based on this kind of format with, like, I talk a lot more, not within the episode itself, but more so during the review portions, but I do keep a blind reaction portion in my videos as well. So if this is a kind of format that you like, I'm doing a lot of other stuff as well. Seasonal stuff, non-seasonal stuff. So feel free to check that out. So there we go. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thank you guys for coming along the ride, and hopefully I will see you guys again next time. Until then, bye-bye.